For coming all. We are very proud to have Melanie Griffith here in Munich, and we'll have a Q&A with her now for half an hour together with Robert.
Melanie,
It was fine. I mean, I didn't really know that much. I mean, I wasn't affected in my school, or we lived in Sherman Oaks in the Valley, and I wasn't around a lot of Hollywood things, you know?
and there's a quote in an interview with you that I read where you said, I think something movie that was. Night Moves is probably one of my favorite films from the 70s. Gene Hackman, he was never better than in that film. And Arthur Penn, what a great director. So you were very lucky to be able to make your first film in that company. So did you learn a lot on that film alone?
I did. I learned a lot. I mean, I was so scared. I remember when I think it was one of the first days. Sorry, it's back to you. One of the first shots that I had to do in front of the camera, I was so scared that I couldn't really move. And Arthur Penn, it was a close-up, and he grabbed my hips from under the camera to just kind of give me some life in there. It's a learning process.
It's true. And then you went on to become one of the...
It's a hard act to follow Shelley Winters, you know. And I was 38 when we shot that, and Adrian Lyne, our director, kept saying that I should eat more. He made me gain 10 pounds. I was Heather. You know, so all of a sudden I had red hair and I was fat, and he was like, who did I marry? Where's my Rubia? You know? But, thank you. This is the hard part.
Yes, please.
No, this is no.
Question over there, yes.
Sorry.
Was there important for you not to go the same way as your mother as an actress, regarding what your mother had as difficulties?
You know, it's interesting that you asked that, because there's a film that Sienna Miller has just done, and it's called The Girl, and it's for HBO, and I think it's coming out very soon. But it's the story of my mom and Hitchcock. Yeah. And I went with her to see this, and he never told me what happened with Hitchcock, because he was so profane and so awful to her. And at the same time, you know, he was giving her this career and giving her movies and this stardom, but he was like always trying to, you know, when Antonio and I saw it, well, I like to think of how Antonio reacted to it, because I don't think I can be that fair of a judge when I'm in it. But Antonio loved it. He thought it was one of the greatest movies he's ever seen. And it is. I think it is too, Suri. It's awesome, you guys. You did a great job putting it all together. And Frank John Hughes, who wrote it, is a brilliant writer. And it's funny because he writes the darkest movies, the most fucked up movies. That's what he does all the time. And he's like the happiest man. He's the isn't he, Suri? I mean, his marriage, he's been married for like 25 years, and they're madly in love. And it's just so bizarre. I guess that's a good way to work life. You know, if you want to get all your nasty thoughts and things out, you can write them down in a story, and then you don't have to act on them in real life.
But he's also an actor, isn't he?
Yeah, and really a very good one, really good one.
Yeah. So maybe that's part of his quality as a writer, when he writes for film, that he knows what actors like.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps. But it also, Suri directed it in a way that was extraordinary.
Further questions from the audience?
Make a lot of money, you know. I mean, my husband is in those big ones, you know, like Puss in Boots and Shrek and all those things. But it's kind of sad, and I hope that there's a resurgence of films that were like the films in the 70s, you know, that were really gritty and told great stories, and they looked beautiful and different, and and it was an art then. I think that a lot of the films that are done now are fast and furious and really stupid and really badly written.
So I simply ask you not to flash your lights anymore. Please respect this. Please do. If you have any questions for Ms. Griffith, please make yourself known by raising your hand. Yes, please, over there.
Welcome in Munich. I would like to know, what do you think is the film that was most important for your career, not regarding Oscar nominations or your husband or whatsoever? What was the main movie that put you further into your career?
I think it would have been Body Double.
Yes, that's what I thought.
But I had to fight.
I find it, Mama, you were so great.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Straight in.
No wonder you were such an ass while you were making that movie, because he was so fucked up. I mean, sorry, but wow, thank you. How to what?
To start a good actor career.
I would say to study, to really learn your craft, and to do stage, and to make sure that you really love acting for telling a story, for being another person, playing another person, you know, not to do it, don't do it for the glory or the limelight or the whatever, the fame, because I don't think that works, and it's sort of gypping the audience if you do that, you know?
Thank you. I love you since now and then.
Thank you.
Yes, please. 13 years ago at the Locarno Festival, where she was for the 100th birthday of Alfred Hitchcock.
At the what festival?
At the Locarno Festival in Switzerland.
In Switzerland.
Yeah. So, and she was gorgeous.
I know, right? She's got a portrait in the attic somewhere.
Probably. Yes, please.
But obviously, you influenced your daughter Dakota to become an actress. Why did she also become an actress? Since you think it was quite difficult, and Stella also wants to become an actress.
No, Stella says she doesn't want to become an actress. Dakota is a force. She is my 22-year-old, very strong, very beautiful child. Daughter, woman, actress. I mean, she does exactly what she wants to do, and I mean, she has her father too, you know, so she's seen a good balance between Antonio, Dawn, myself, in watching how we all deal with our craft and our careers separately, and I think she's going to be better than all of us at it. She's really good. She's a really good actress. You know, just like sometimes you have those memories in your life or those experiences where everything just works great, and it's just a short amount of time, but it's enough to last your whole life, you know? That was Jonathan. And Mike is, I think he's a wonderful man and a wonderful filmmaker, and I wish he made more movies now. But Tommy Lee Jones and Sean Bean and Sting, that wasn't bad. I mean, I had a really great time working with them. And Sting, I'm really good friends still with Sting and Trudy, his wife. And Sean Bean I haven't seen for a while, and Tommy Lee I haven't seen either. But that movie was one of those ones that's kind of like The Grief Tourist. Like, nobody knew what Stormy Monday was going to turn out to be, and it turned out to be a very interesting film.
Yes.
And I think you guys haven't seen the Greek shows yet, have you, or no?
It will be the world premiere, the RE Cinema. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.